Valley Club, 2 new promo codes, compensation arrives, and are more vampires and werewolves coming this Halloween. We're gonna talk about all of these things and more, and if you're ready for it, you need to do Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you've had a great weekend, and I hope you're having a great day. We got 2 new promo codes. We got compensation arriving and a bunch of questions from the mailbag, including what is coming up this Halloween? Vampires, werewolves, both? We're gonna talk about that. And if you get some value from this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new video goes up. On a normal week, at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos released every single week on this channel. Let's start with these 2 brand new promo codes. One actually was already supposed to expire, so I just entered it. It did work, but Operation Sinister, it was supposed to expire 2 hours ago. If you're watching this and had not claimed this, I would at least try to see if you could enter this and see if it could get to work. I just entered it and it did work, and it was for 150 power cores and 150 L4 training modules. This was about 2 hours after it was supposed to expire, so I would still try, but the one that just was announced is this brand new one, September Boost, and I'm actually not sure what this is for. So let's go copy this. Let's go back over to the codes. Let's go enter the new one here, Operation Sinister. No, that was the old one. Let's enter the new one, September Boost. Didn't copy. Let's try this one more time. September Boost, there it is. Let's see what this is for, and it is for some shop credits and 150 L4 training modules. So make sure you claim all those. This one should be valid, and hopefully they don't expire the old one from this weekend right away, and you can hopefully still claim it, get those power cores as well. But the last Friday blog post described Phantom Rider and his event that is coming, and actually gives a few different character upgrade tokens for a few secret warriors. Now, it is for Quake, Yo-Yo, Domino, and Negasonic, but if you did recently upgrade these characters because it was announced that they would get reworked, if you did that within 14 days of this blog post, so within 2 weeks of the September 5th blog post, so that would be the 22nd of August. If you upgraded these characters before since the 22nd of August, you can write into the customer service and get a refund for these characters. This is a screenshot from one of my alliance mates that got a bunch of gold, a bunch of trading mats. They are refunding part of these, so if you did upgrade these characters, make sure you write in, get some gold, get some training mats back, which is a good thing. And I know some people will get upset that they give these free upgrades to characters that people would have already unlocked. I think it's fine. I think this is a good thing. I think this is beneficial. I think it does like lean into their FOMO marketing, which I think should be expected at this point in any type of these gacha games or hero collector games. So I think this is a good thing that they're allowing you to get some of your resources back with these with that 14-day window. They did that last time they did something like this as well. So I think this is a good thing. So let me know your comments. Let me know if you did recently upgrade your secret warriors and are getting some compensation. But for myself, I am so far behind with teams. I'm just now upgrading I'm still upgrading my Fantastic 4 and then kind of upgrading my Hellfire Club. I'm not even on my Insidious 6 or the Secret Warriors. I'm almost a few teams behind, so I'm never ahead of the curve. But if you are ahead of the curve, let me know if you did write in and got a bunch of gold and L4 training modules back. But let's move on to your mailbag questions of the week. Big shout out to each and every one of you that left a question for the mailbag video. We do this every single week, and if you want to get one of your questions featured on this mailbag video, make sure you go to the Discord. The link to join the Discord is down below. Leave your question to the Mailbag Questions channel. The first question of the week is Valley. Last year, there was talk of Dracula being introduced to the game, but nothing came of it. This year, they released Zombie Kestrel in September. Is it possible? It may be in September. They are releasing the zombie What If show on Disney Plus September 24th. I'm assuming that just the dates that Mobile Gamer and I discussed on the news, I think it's going to be sometime in October, but the zombie show is going to be released in September. Zombie Kestrel probably soon after that. But is it possible he may get a release for October? So would Dracula get a release October? Have you heard any leaks or possible leaks? So I've not heard anything about Dracula. I heard the community discussing it last year, but I did not see anything about Dracula in any data mines. Did not see any NDA discussions that were discussed around that time. So I'm not sure where the Dracula rumor came from. I'm wondering if it just was a player that's like, hey, I want Dracula. Maybe Dracula's a possibility. Let's get this rumor started. Maybe on purpose, maybe not on purpose, just from a desire of that character to come into the game. But yeah, I as far as him being released last year, that wasn't a very solid rumor that was coming from the traditional places that I hear about things. So I didn't think that was a big, highly probable rumor of coming to the game. But as far as what they might do in October, who knows? I mean, they gave us a list of a few teams that are coming. Thunderbolt, Secret Warriors, Hellfire Club. There's 2 more that were mentioned in a trip that I cannot say anything about, but let me know if you think some of the speculation from last year and Halloween coming up in October, do you think that could lead them to releasing Dracula this year? Let me know your comments, or let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as we move on to the next question. Hey Valley, how do you feel about the shop credits? Ever since they were introduced, I find myself running low every day, and I see and don't seem to have a steady supply. Also, updated guess on when we'll update null shards once Void makes as well. Update on how we'll get null shards. All right, I'm gonna, as far as the null shards, they haven't said anything since the previous guest, so I'm just gonna go with I'm gonna go with Battle World Store. It's gonna go in the Battle World Store. You can use shop credits for that, is my prediction. We'll see once we get a announcement. Honestly, the devs haven't said anything in private conversations either, so maybe they haven't decided yet. But that's where my mind is going, that he'll eventually end up Battle World Store with shop credits. But as far as my feeling with shop credits, I think it's different if you've been playing this game for a long time, because I think you had a lot of extra raid credits, a lot of like useless currency that just kind of added up, gave you a lot of shop credits. Now, for some players that were playing a long time, I know they opened a lot of Blitz orbs and got some gold that way, and now they have none. I didn't do that. I was just holding them and was just not upgrading characters because I was low in gold. I didn't open on my shop credits. So me personally, I don't really feel a lack of shop credits, but I know if you were a newer player or a mid-game player, that steady supply of the shop credits so you can reliably upgrade your characters, that has been a complaint since they made that transition. So I think it's more of a problem for newer mid-game players that need that supply of shop credits, because that is how you're going to upgrade your characters. I don't think they addressed that yet. They did say that there was a problem, so they know it's a problem. They talked about it in a Strike Spot episode, but they haven't made any changes to that yet. So I think they know about it. They haven't taken any action towards it. So hopefully we get some announcements of more shop credits, more ways to get shop credits. It seems like they're giving us more of the chapter credits because of that login. I think we get like 5,000 for free every single day. So I think that's their solution, to give us more chapter credits. But for the legacy currency, I think they do need to find a way to give more of that stuff. Maybe not necessarily to end game players like myself, but definitely a lot more, significantly more to newer players, significantly more to mid-game players, because I think it should be a lot easier to catch up if you start playing right now, rather than if you played a long time ago. I guess you're not catching up if you played a long time ago, but yeah, should be easier to catch up at this point, get to the same content a lot faster. All right, Valley, I'm about to get Super Skrull. Congratulations, first off. I'm wondering if I should still be able to take him as high as possible since I have my raid teams built up, and wondering if I should be investing in a Dark Dimension 6 rewards, and Mephisto, Odin better, Professor X is better as well. Now, I would argue, I guess not really an argument, but I would raise the possibility that Super Skrull may be your best character at this point. Will he be your best character once you unlock Odin, Mephisto, Null, some of the other characters? No, he's not better than those characters. In certain rooms in Cosmic Crucible, he does have some advantages. Maybe in certain war rooms, like room 1 in this season in Cosmic Crucible, Super Skrull is a beast. So there are certain use cases that you build them up, but I think at this point, just because you don't have Mephisto, you don't have Odin, I'm assuming you don't have Professor X, he may be maybe not your best characters, because he still does have pretty airy stats, but one of your better mythical characters. I wouldn't build them up as far as gear, because some of the pieces of gear are pretty rare, and you want to be able to go into Dark Dimension 7, 8, eventually to that Professor X saga. So you want to save some of your resources for that, but you could build them up a little bit. I wouldn't do it at the sacrifice or at the expense of some of your other characters like Mephisto, Odin, but and then obviously build up your Fantastic Four MCU, because that's what's going to carry you in Arena until you get some of these mythic characters. But you could build them up a little bit. Just know that any investment you put in he'll be surpassed by a lot of other characters, even non-mythic characters that come into the game. I think Fantastic Four might be the MCU version of Fantastic Four to those 3 characters. And maybe if you include Johnny Storm as well, maybe a little bit more valuable than the mythic characters, but he is going to give you value on your roster right now. Probably the best mythic character, but just be aware will fall off a little bit and be very situationally used that as you get some of these better characters. I have a ton of questions. Do you think that we'll have Werewolf by Night in October? Because he did lose a vote last year or not. So as far as October, I have no idea. I don't know what they're going to do over October. They might have the werewolf team, but they might have a vampire team that might have nothing related to Halloween. I'm not sure. But as far as Werewolf by Night, as we saw with Phantom Rider coming to the game, even though losing a vote, you can still come to Marvel Strike Force, just not on the team that you lost the vote for. So, for example, I think this was our first vote a year and 4 months ago where Man-Thing won the vote over Werewolf by Night. Pretty close vote, 52% to 47%. Man-Thing came in the game as a member of the Night Stalkers. Werewolf by Night kind of put on hold. So he's not going to be a Night Stalker because of this vote. The Night Stalkers team's been out for a while already, but doesn't mean he can't be on another team. And I think the good example of that is, let's move up right here. Hitmonkey won the vote to be on the Vigilante team, but Phantom Rider lost the vote. Now is on the Secret Warrior. So we still may have Rachel coming to the game. We still may have some of these other characters coming to the game. We still maybe have a rework for Morbius, but as of the characters for their teams, they're not going to be on this team. Yeah, so Thunderbolts, Victoria had won this vote. So Justin Hammer, Robert Kelly may still come to the game, but definitely none of the Thunderbolts at this point. So we'll see. Well, let me know your predictions for October. We move on to the last question of the week. Hey there, Valley. Hope all is well with you and your family. That's probably the more important thing, right? I hope you and your family are doing well. That's probably more important than whatever the heck is going on in Marvel Strike Force, because in my opinion, that is something for fun. It could be a lot of fun, but family, health, all that stuff is way more important. My questions are, first, why is Scopely start reducing the amount of L4 training mats and golden strike passes? Used to be about 2,000 L4s and 20 million in gold. The current pass, less. 1,500 L4s and 15 million gold. That's a significant decrease. I know Scopely doesn't care about pass buyers, only Wells and Kraken who spend at least $500 a week, but come on. All right, so judging by the comments that Orion said in... I started choking there. All right, so judging by the comments that Ryan has made publicly and privately, they do obviously value the Krakens, because in a lot of these games, that is where the majority of their income comes from. But what he said in the past and what he said, I think the most recent conversation, is that they're still looking to adjust the value. So as far as what Ryan has said in Strike Time videos publicly, what he said in other conversations privately, I don't think that's how they think about it. Maybe some of the upper management people, but at least Ryan and some of the people at Scopely, he doesn't at least think about it like that. Obviously, yes, the majority of their money and the majority of all these games' money is by those top 1% Krakens that spend a lot in the game. That's where the majority of money is made in mobile games and everything like that. But from the comments that you've made, I don't think that they devalue low spenders or no spenders, which is why on the Players Voice Council, they have high spenders, mid spenders, no spenders, and then they have free-to-play players as well, because they want this game to be healthy for all players. Now, as far as their actual execution, how it's been for players, not sure if they've done the best job of that, but as far as their intent, I think as at least by their comments, I think it's their intent to give value to everybody. Now, as far as these strike passes, I know in the past they've said they're playing with the value. They're adjusting the things that they're including in this. Sometimes more L4, sometimes less L4, sometimes more gold, less gold. It seems from the comments from players that they've been reducing the value of the battle pass and the strike passes recently. I know that they put in some costume credits in there, and for myself, I'm super super happy about that because I like the cosmetic stuff, but other people, they don't care at all about the cosmetics. And I'm wondering if that's why they reduced some L4s and some of the gold in there. For myself, I know that I just want the gold training mats and some resource to build up characters. All that cosmetic stuff is fine, but for me, that's like on top of, you know, the necessary resource I need to build up my team. So I would like to see more resources like that. I've also heard them say they're playing at different areas of putting gold training modules in other areas of the game. So I'm not sure if they decrease it in the battle pass and strike pass and increase it in other areas without communicating the community. I think if they do that, they should communicate it because players notice when the battle pass and strike passes go up and down. Personally, I haven't purchased one of these in a while, so I have no idea what the value in these has been. I think it's been over a year since I purchased one of these, but yeah, I obviously, if you don't like it, don't spend on it. You know, send them the message with your wallet if you don't like something. If you do, send them the message with your wallet as well. For me, I haven't bought any of these in a while. And as far as my spending, it's if I'm chasing something that I want or I'm having a lot of fun in the game, I will spend freely. If there's nothing really to chase or I'm not having a lot of fun, I'm not spending as much. Right now, I don't think the game is in a bad state, but I have Professor X unlocked and I don't really have a chase right now. I think if you don't have Professor unlocked, you have a pretty good chase for that. But if you do have Professor X unlocked, you may have nothing to chase at this point. And I think that's the biggest issue with me and spending right now. But I know that valuation is different for everybody, so let me know what you are doing with your spending in Marvel Strike Force right now. Or is it at a high? Is it a low? Has it remained constant? Let me know your thoughts on Werewolf by Night and Dracula potentially in Marvel Strike Force. And hopefully you got both promo codes. One should be active, one said it's expired, but I just was able to claim it, so hopefully you're able to claim that as well. Hopefully you got some value from the video today. If you did, leave the video a like. If you want to get one of your questions answered on one of these mailbag videos, make sure you join the Discord. I'll see you guys next time. And if you want to see what are the 10 best characters to farm right now in Marvel Strike Force, check out the video up there. I'll see you guys next time. Hulk vs. Bump, ValleyFlyin out. Take care, guys.